Okay, at this time we would take public comment, and we have Marty Marasco, the CEO of the ABCD Corp.
Chairman Malloy, members of the board, I want to express my appreciation to you for providing this opportunity to present some information regarding the positive economic impact that is generated for our local community and our region, and for that matter, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, by Penn State Altoona's overall presence in Blair County. Some of you are probably thinking, not again. It was just a week ago that several of you heard me speak at the Blair County elected officials meeting in Martinsburg, and I'll apologize to you now if I reiterate some comments that you may have already heard. For the record, I am Marty Marasco, and I'm President and CEO of the Altoona Blair County Development Corporation. ABCD Corporation serves as the primary countywide economic development organization dedicated to economic and community expansion, primarily in Blair County, while operating with a broader emphasis, a regional focus that extends through regional partnerships along the I-99 Innovation Corridor. ABCD Corporation is recognized as a certified economic business development organization that works diligently to create a climate that is conducive to development, encouraging investment, reinvestment, and the creation and retention of jobs, primarily through the private sector, working at all levels of business and industry. We function as a conduit, a facilitator, a coordinator, and at times a developer and owner, all with an emphasis on cooperation and collaboration and public and private partnerships. ABCD Corporation and its predecessor organization, Altoona Enterprises, have served the Altoona-Blair County area for over 65 years. One of the primary principles and core strengths of the organization remains its emphasis on collaborative initiatives. The organization believed early on that dedicated volunteers in the spirit of cooperation and collaboration would be the keys to success, and we still believe that 65 years later. That collaborative philosophy has been expanded to include other organizations, agencies, institutions, and elected officials at all levels. Community participation and collaboration that is broad and inclusive is crucial for building local and regional capacity. ABCD Corporation and the Altoona-Blair County community recognize that economic change is inevitable and that collectively, business, education, and government must change with it. Today, our local and regional culture is in the process of transitioning to a service, knowledge-based economy, an economy which continues to diversify with new growth in the service and knowledge-based sectors, especially healthcare and higher education, exemplified by the Altoona Regional Healthcare System and Penn State Altoona. These anchor institutions, referred to as the EDS and the MEDS, have been increasingly involved in strengthening and rebuilding the area and addressing local problems. These prominent organizations attract and spend substantial amounts of money, draw and support large numbers of employees, sustain special expertise and knowledge bases, own significant amounts of land, all of which anchor them to the community, bringing stability to our area communities in innumerable ways. Penn State Altoona is a prime example of an anchor institution that has spearheaded positive community change. We in the economic development field refer to them as economic and community drivers. I'm sure that you all know that Penn State Altoona has been a part of the Blair County for over 70 years and has grown in size and prestige to now serve as the university system's second largest campus, only outranked by University Park. At ABCD Corporation, we consider Penn State University, and specifically Penn State Altoona, as vital community links to the present and future development of our area. Penn State Altoona truly represents a cooperative partner dedicated to the pursuit of common goals and the promotion of a healthy 21st century economic development for Blair County, our community, and the region. ABCD Corporation is proud to share an extremely unique and special collaborative relationship, a true partnership with Penn State Altoona. We recognize the important linkage between economic development and universities, and we have worked jointly to develop strategies on how our two organizational missions can function together to produce real synergistic outcomes. Penn State Altoona is home to nearly 4,500 students, as well as over 600 faculty and staff. The total payroll and benefit impact of that faculty and staff is over $30 million annually. In April of 2009, an independent study was conducted on all of Penn State campuses to determine their individual and aggregate economic impact in the Commonwealth. This study determined that economic impact generated by Penn State Altoona for the community, region, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is in excess of $214 million annually. The study further determined that about $16.5 million of disposable income from the faculty and staff alone was spent locally and regionally. The report also concluded that in addition to the direct jobs associated with Penn State Altoona, approximately 700 plus additional local jobs were in place due to the presence of Penn State Altoona. These additional jobs included companies that provided professional, contractual, maintenance, supplies, and more throughout the downtown and Ivyside campuses. In addition, Penn State Altoona represents a significant client and community partner to local companies and suppliers. The community benefited from Penn State's expenditures for capital improvements, goods, services, supplies that included a broad range of local purchases such as food, beverage, administrative supplies, consulting, communications, etc., to the tune of $37.1 million. The students at Penn State Altoona provided an additional $40.3 million in overall spending, and out-of-state visitors to the local campus brought in nearly $30 million to the region's economy through accommodations, gifts, services, and other items during their stay in Blair County. The report also concluded that the total economic impact of Penn State and Penn State Altoona is projected to grow over the next 5-year period, provided that necessary community support is committed to promotion of the growth of operations, student enrollments, and investments in capital expenditures. Penn State University and Penn State Altoona bring to the Altoona-Blair County community bring more to the Altoona-Blair County community and the I-99 regional corridor that is far beyond the primary educational mission and, quote, the football image that dominates the perception of the university. Penn State Altoona is one of the largest employers in the Blair County area, and through direct jobs, payroll, and employment benefits, the university generates a major economic impact on our community and region. In addition, consideration has to be given to the value of services provided to businesses, commercialization of research activities like the advancement of the Juniata shops and the development of a green locomotive, the increased earning power of Penn State alumni, and the impact on many of Blair County's businesses. Penn State Altoona and ABCD Corporation and other community support organizations have formed an opportunistic relationship in our mutual vision that has resulted in a host of projects and initiatives, both existing and planned for the future, that will not only impact Logan Township, the city of Altoona, but all of Blair County and the entire I-99 Innovation Corridor. Together we have partnered on numerous projects. I'm not going to sit here tonight and list all of those projects. I just want to highlight a couple of them, those that I consider very, very critical. And one of them is the development of the entrepreneurial curriculum and the advancement of the Entrepreneurial Institute and the recently completed, regionally recognized Sheet Center for Entrepreneurial Excellence. While there are numerous partnership initiatives being advanced, the future looks extremely bright for the Rail Transportation Engineering Program. The development by Penn State Altoona of a baccalaureate degree in rail transportation engineering is being advanced in response to the rail industry's need for engineers. This unique program already has major support from Norfolk Southern, ABCD Corp., federal and state elected officials, the Railroaders Memorial Museum, and the City of Altoona. The potential economic impact on our community and the region could be significant, with a true potential for the establishment and location of rail-related companies who could benefit from the RTE program. For Penn State Altoona, or any major employer for that matter, to flourish and grow within a community setting, it is important as a community that we provide the necessary support infrastructure that allows that growth to continue and succeed. Supportive infrastructure is comprised of many elements and includes necessary physical infrastructure, such as capacity of our water and sewer systems to support continued growth, the advancement of our transportation network, including roads, bridges, public transportation, sufficient to support continued investment, a healthcare support system in place with required public services such as police and fire protection, cultural amenities and recreational opportunities, and the quality of life necessary to make this a desirable place to live, work, play, and learn for an extended period of time. Just as important are other services and community facilities, including a quality, affordable housing stock that will support on and off-campus living. While any new development project will have its critics, it is important to keep an eye on the big picture and have an open mind on solutions. Development opportunities are increasingly rare, especially those that help diversify our housing stock and assist in retaining young professionals. Off-campus development projects advanced by the private sector will create new taxable parcels and support a continuum of off-campus housing and other assets for students while they are in school and as they graduate and consider staying in the area. If I may quote a recent statement made by the President of the University of Maryland when he recognized the growing role that university-related assets have on community and economic development efforts. The President commented, "In the midst of major economic downturns, the vital impacts universities have on state and regional economies gains added importance. Universities accomplish three tasks essential to recovery. It prepares students to compete for quality jobs, diversifies economic development far beyond the campus, and positions states and communities to compete for jobs, businesses, and partnerships that recovery will bring." Penn State Altoona truly represents a cooperative partner dedicated to the pursuit of common goals for our region. The continued growth and development of Penn State is integrated into the local fabric of our community. We need our local elected officials, the community as a whole, and the community development support organizations to work with Penn State Altoona, private developers, to improve and advance the economic health of our community and ensure the ongoing viability of Penn State Altoona. At ABCD Corporation, we have dealt with many big economic development projects, positive projects, but I cannot begin to measure the true lasting value that will result from having a thriving Penn State Altoona and its impact on the Altoona-Blair County area and the I-99 corridor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mark. This is the time for public comment. Anybody wishing to address the board, please go to the podium, state your name, address.
Good evening. My name's Charles Beiswinger. I live at 129 Bloom Road, which is close to the campus. A couple of things I wanted to touch on here. Marty did a nice talk there, but I would like to reiterate the fact that Chancellor Weary was here last year and gave a talk and made mention to the fact that they want to keep the students on campus. They don't want it outside. They really don't want them off campus property. Now, and also, you know, again, just to touch base, there was property approved for development next to Nittany Point there, which Penn State owns. And that was okayed for development, but it seems that that's kind of forgotten. Also, just recently, Mercy Hospital is now a vacant building. There's plenty of parking. There's plenty of buses to run back and forth. They do it down at the main campus all the time. It helps the bus authority out, and it also helps the community out because that's a large building there with nothing in it. It's a good tax base also. I understand it's not township tax base, but it is still local tax base. Also, some of the numbers that were mentioned there, $40.3 million spent by the students. We only have 3,500 students, I believe, or 3,475, something like that. And Chancellor Wary also said that they're not looking to develop it any more than over 4,000 people within the next 5 to 7 years. That was their long-term projection, in which they're looking to put another 400 or close to 400 students on campus within the next project that's coming up. So just some of the points that I just wanted to remind you that have been brought out prior to this meeting. So I thank you for your time. And just one question I was wondering, as an update on the sewer system. On a personal note, I'm trying to find out, I have vacations planned, so forth, and indications where they were going to start this month, but I haven't heard anything, nothing.
I would suspect that the bidding will be sometime in the July to September timeframe.
Oh, well, okay, we're off for a while then. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you.